So it's just, someone sent me an article. Thank you, Brian. Hey, someone just sent me a little article message. Thank you, Brian, for doing that. On that Elon Musk, that alien he is, has made all of Tesla's patents, electrical recharge patents, all that, open source. At first they had all the patents, in the offices in Palo Alto. And then they just said, nah, give it to everyone. And what it feels like to me, I've talked about it for years, is that it's an advent, a coming of open source. Open source. No hidden source. No priests. No scientism priests. No copyright. No hiding it. And during this, keeping it from the people by control and laws and legalities, source is opening. The fountain is going to open and give it all to us when we're ready. We're regulating it. These are my crazy ideas, but it's beautiful, isn't it? Open source. They even call it that in, I think, the coding internet world, And years ago, story when Osho, crazy, the most erudite, smart, reasoned, enlightened master I've ever come across, that was able to verbalize it for us crazy Westerners. We need it understood in our heads, in our minds. When they wrote his first book, he didn't write. He's like, I'm too lazy, but if you want to write down my talks and transcribe them, go for it, right? And so they did, and they published one of the first books, From Sex to Superconsciousness, which was incredibly brazen, brave, revolutionary in India. A guru talking about sex openly and publishing a book. Oh my God, at the time, right? And so his disciples come to him and say, well, shall we copyright the book to the foundation or to you personally, Osho? At the time he was called Bhagwan, right? And he goes, no copyright. No need for copyrights. Anyone can reprint it, share it, any form they want, right? The lawyers are out of a job. This may not be reproduced in any form whatsoever, digital or written under prior consent, written consent, and all that, right? All that whole copyright shit just goes away. Because he knows, by the way, you can do it with me too. Share all my stuff anywhere you want. I don't care, right? Except for the processes, like the innerbodyawakening.com, the alchemy process, and the heart energy. The same with Yogananda. At first he gave it all away for free, and then he had to start, no, you need to participate and do the course and learn it. Why? Because when you before the swine aren't ready to wear pearls. And they don't try it, unless in stepping out of the money system, you need to charge something besides keeping your body here and so you're functioning. The day of living in caves in the Himalayas is over. We got to be in the world, working inside the matrix from the inside, right? So you can share everything I have except those things that I charge for. But 90% of what I do is videos and, it's free. Do it. Go for it. And so I loved Osho's story. He said, no copyright. Why? Because he knows, he trusts the universe to take care of him. Now that he's gone, it's very super stringent copyright on all his material, right? Typical, right? But even Yogananda's, you can't just republish his books, and gain money from it. That's not the way it is. Anyway, so over the last few years, we are breaking down the old tight ownership, copyright, sending teams of lawyers out there to hunt you down, Why? Because the tide is turning. With the internet, you can't. But notice with photos, people can't copyright those. If there's a popular meme that happens and you created it, there's no way you can hunt down everyone that's sharing it. The best you can do is put your little watermark on it, your little .com or your little Instagram thing, and hope that people don't crop it and cut that out. But you can't control it. Why? We can't control it because source is opening. The sun doesn't copyright its light. The clouds don't copyright their rain. It's a little cloudy here today in Phoenix. The rain falls equally on everyone, on saint and sinner alike. The sun shines on everyone, on saint and sinner alike. So I would suggest we're moving into that place of open source. Open says me. Open says a me. That's the evolution into the yuga of openness. People in the Pleiades, people are like, we don't have locks on the doors, we don't have bank accounts, you don't hoard shit, you're not worried about being stolen from. Jesus hints at it, maybe don't store your treasures here on earth where rust and moth will destroy it, but store your treasures in heaven. Meaning in the eternal, not the temporary, right? Anyway, I'm excited. Tesla releasing his Elon Musk, Tesla the car company. Of course, the original Tesla, God bless him, got hammered because it was too soon, in my opinion, on him bringing. We weren't ready. We weren't ready for free energy then. Are we now? Getting a little bit ready? Like the music industry. Remember Napster, all the big fight? That was a forerunner to it. You can't control that. We have to find a new way of feeling supported by the universe. Instead of scarcity, spell the word scarcity, scarcity, and fear, and in sweat and toil shalt thou earn thy measly little bread, and hurt and fight and all that. Instead of scarcity, there's no scarcity. It's beautiful on Elon Musk. If it's a true story, I think it is. There's no. It's for everyone. If you sincerely use my stuff, go for it. We're not going to make you pay us royalties on our patents. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. So, I love the signs because that's showing that the collective is sick of it. Now we're angry and scared at the banksters. We're angry and terrified at the money system. There's a lot of hate around being controlled by the Babylonian money slave debt system for all this time. But we're waking up, aren't we? Bitcoin's trying it. We're trying to, we can go all fear porn about Bitcoin's a governmental digital control system. But what we decide, here's the good news, what we decide, we're learning to be creators. So if we want a free system, we get a free system. If we want to give our power away, we get power oligarch control. We get dictators. We get, the U.S. government is basically, a lot of people are saying that we've lost the power to the people. 90% of people want certain things, and they're not here. Why? Because there's interests, big money, corporate, government, liaisons, bedfellows, strange bedfellows that end up running the system. But with enough of us vote with our consciousness, with our hearts, I want open. Open says me. Open says a me. Put your vote with your consciousness. It can't be stopped. It's only when we give our power away in fear and cowering of, quote, the system, authority, And not in a rebellious way. Gandhi, it's a non-violent change. Although a lot of us are going to be tempted, I was for a long time, to fight the fuckers, right? But that's fighting ourselves. It's our own denial. It's our own dark spots that we are fighting out here. We create enemies out here, right? But they're really the enemy within. I don't know who it is, Buddha or one of those type of Zen guys. The hardest demons to fight is not the dragon with your sword, St. George and the dragon, but the enemies within. I think Yogananda says it too. The biggest demons, the hardest demons to fight are the ones within, because that's where they come from. You are creating them. And when we collectively don't face our own demons, our own misunderstandings, karmas, whatever, we don't clean our own pillar of fire, our own spinal column, the 33 degrees of ascension, right? Have been stolen by certain secret societies, right? But if we don't make it light, all things shall come to light, then the battle will continue. My soul is forcing myself, or my personality, to let go of the old battle zone. I had a horrible reality the other night where I'm fighting this dragon, I'm chewing his fucking neck, biting him, and I couldn't decapitate him. And it was like, when I woke up, that's your history, Tobias. You've been a fighter against, quote, the evil, what you thought was evil. So we end up divided and conquered, like whatever, politically, religiously, our bodies, we fight our lower bodies or whatever. So, beautiful. Open source. How cool is that? Tesla making all the patents available. That's a symptom of the opening with the forerunners. I like him. I mean, I was scared at first, like, I see some guy's going to make us go into total artificial intelligence, I don't know yet, but that move I love. Let it encourage us. By the way, so if you find this helpful, since we're still in the money system, the super chat feature should be on here somewhere. And when you make a comment and a donation to my particular survival at the moment, although I'm getting better and better at learning to work with non-dual income. A friend of mine went and did ayahuasca recently. I'm not doing it. I might never do it again. I did enough. Fucking undid me, and I got him. I had to face some deep, dark shit. So I don't know about me ever doing it again, but 50 ceremonies was enough for me at the moment, for sure. Anyway, my friend's down there in the jungle. One of the first things Ayat tells him, he says, the next step for you is to learn how to do non-dual income. It's like living by faith. Jesus goes, go to the fish over there, there's a gold coin over there. Or masters like whoever you believe in that manifests money. That is tricky, treacherous ways of manipulating people, and there's ways of totally trusting the universe. And along the way, before we're done with money, we still need to do it. So you can contribute to me on these chats. If you find this helpful, you can give me $50,000 so we can start a retreat center, or $5 if you want to. If it feels supportive, vote with your money. That's what I do. I try to buy. Do I want more of this in the world? Is it organic? So forth. Do I want to contribute to this person, that waitress? Do we want to give them an extra, big ass tip because Spirit tells us to? However you're going to do it, start voting with your consciousness that you want free open source, and start voting with your money. Power to the people, right on. Exactly. You can't kill the old system by force, like socialism or something, or communism, right? But you can undo it from within by truly voting with your loving heart. Or just vote with your money. What you pay for, you're going to get more of. If you don't want to buy toxic shit from China or something, whatever, don't do it. Is it clean? Is it as pure as you can? You can't always. It's too expensive sometimes. And you're on the road sometimes. And, I had a Chick-fil-A sandwich the other day, so what? Love is more important than rigid law. So vote with our consciousness. I love it. No patents, open source, no copyrights. Recently in the quote UFO or disclosure or truth field, a couple of very well-known people, and you'll know how I'm talking about if you're into it, they had a copyright fight, right? Fighting about whose material is what. Osho would go, of course. So all that's going to come apart. All the pedantic, all through the day, I, me, mine, all the ego stuff about this is mine, that's yours, stay away from me, my big fence, my gun, all that. We need to walk through it. You can't go instant, hey, we're all rainbow children and smoke dope all day, because you haven't cleaned yourself. So my vote's for cleaning ourselves. That's why God's got me off the radar a lot. I'm not doing any personal sessions, very few, like 2 a month right now, maybe lately. But I do the webcasts because, I'm using the internet for what it's meant for, in my opinion, that we can share directly with each other. And then eventually we don't need that. The masters don't have an internet, they have an internet. They travel all dimensions at once, right? So they're communing with whoever they want to commune with, automatically all the time. Beautiful. Copyrights are, besides, Tesla's smart. Having a whole bank of 100 lawyers having to fight copyrights all over the world, what a drain on a company. He's just being smart. He's going, we don't want to waste our money on that shit. Anyone else who's got brains, let them do it. Why go out there, you get paranoid. I have to fight to protect my little pile of stuff. What? No. We're all in this together. We're all walking each other home. That's coming. It can't be stopped. So Tesla's just smart. He's going, well, I'll just be on the forefront of that and save $100 million a year that we can put to other things. And besides, we trust us to be very smart about it, so we'll probably keep coming up with avant-garde stuff. Why fight the guys who are using your stuff later? It'll help all of society. How awesome. It's starting to rain here. Can't see it, but I'm telling you it is. Oh, I got to show you this cow. Scottish Highlands in Phoenix, Arizona. How insane is that, right? But our neighbor is like, anyway, he's got, thank you, someone contributed $5 to this frame of flesh. Look at this, I can see his ring in his nose today. He's close to the fence. Check this guy out, if you can see him. How you doing, bud? Ways to see him. Right here. You can have anything you want. You want Scottish Highlands in the middle of fucking Phoenix? In the summer, they take them up to Flagstaff, and they have lots of acreage up there. Anyway, it's raining. Let the rain infuse all of us. The rain doesn't go, hey, you don't get any rain unless you pay us $20 a month. Right? It falls on everyone. The sun and the rain and the moon shine on everyone, freely, openly, open source coming our way, more and more and more. If you want to participate in the webcasts, cool, tobiaslars.com. Sundays. I do charge for that, partially to keep looky-loos and trolls away. And hi, Allie. Come on. Come on, Allie. She got a bath this morning. Come on, Allison. Oops, what did I do? What did I do? Come on, Allie. We're going to go inside. This is little Blondie. Let me show you to her. Show you her. Sorry. Allie, that's a girl. She rolled in cat poop this morning. She got a bath. All right, much love. I recommend start with the inner body awakening. It's what's keeping me alive these last year and a half. But I don't know if I'm smart enough processing giant amounts of ancient karma, galactic crap, like fighting dragons on some star system. Oh, I want out of it. All right,